First, tonight's top story.
The Chief Constable says that dissident Republicans are building bigger bombs aimed at killing on a large scale. In an exclusive interview with UTV Live, Sir Hugh Ord says they're recruiting naive young members.
But he insists that experienced IRA bomb makers have not joined their ranks. Sharon O'Neill reports.
The bombs are getting bigger. This car abandoned near a school in Castlewellan just weeks ago was packed with 300 pounds of explosives.
The step change that we identified with that device was the clear willingness of those responsible to kill and maim people from Northern Ireland. This was far too big to be a precise attack on a target, be it a physical security target or be it police officers, which we know is their primary objective. This was a clear statement by those people that we don't care if there's another Omagh atrocity.
Chief Constable Hugh Ord couldn't be any clearer about the threat posed by dissident Republicans.
And I do think, sadly still, some vulnerable young people are being targeted by these dissident Republican groups and dragged into their unfortunate world. There is some evidence that recruiting is continuing to take place. They are being used by the old guard to do their dirty work. The people who are not brave enough to drive the bombs, to plant the bombs.
There's been a huge rise in the number of suspected Republican dissidents stopped and searched by police in recent months, in areas like Strabane, where they're more active.
But the dissidents are still getting through, they're still planting bombs.
And they're not working. And we have disrupted many of them. People in Northern Ireland would have died in the last 14 months if it hadn't been for activity by the PSNI and activity by MI5.
Sir Hugh doesn't believe dissidents have got their hands on any more weapons or explosives.
Clearly they have access to small amounts of high explosive, including Semtex. There is no intelligence to suggest this is new product. We think this is old product being used fairly sparingly, which suggests perhaps they don't have a lot of it, but they're using it in a desperate attempt to kill one of my officers.
He insists no disgruntled IRA bomb makers have joined the dissident ranks.
Are the IRA moving across into dissident Republican terrorism? No evidence of that at all. What I am seeing, and we're certainly picking up, is a growing frustration within dissident Republicans at their inability to be effective.
On the Loyalist front, Sir Hugh says he's sceptical the UDA and UVF will decommission within the new 6-month deadline.
If you're going to use the decommissioning powers, speak to the General because it gives you certain protections. If you don't, and we find your weapons, we will go after them, we will arrest you, and we will put you in front of the court.
But for now, it's the dissidents that worry him most.
Frankly, every night if I wake up in the morning at about 5:45 with my alarm going off, it means no one's been killed overnight. But we live in that very real situation as I currently speak to you.
Sir Hugh Ord recently pledged this was the year to finally put the dissidents out of business. But with a growing threat, could it be a pledge too far? Sharon O'Neill, UTV Live, Police Headquarters, Belfast.